Hello guys and welcome to Laravel 7 tutorials. So guys, in this video we are going to discuss about how can we change our Laravel authentication pages to our custom login, register and forget password pages. So guys, this video is going to be a bit lengthy, but I just want to tell you that this is going to be the most important video for you, because whenever you are working with Laravel application, you can say most of the time, or you can say 99.9% of the time, you are going to implement a custom login, register and forget password pages that comes with the theme. So this video is going to be really necessary for you. So to save some time, I'm not going to create any custom login and register pages. What I'm going to do, I'm going to use a theme. Let's just move to the theme, and right here you can see and I will provide the links in the description basically to download this theme. Okay, so this is basically a admin dashboard and you can use it in your project as well. So what you have to do, you just have to download this and extract it, and I have already downloaded and extracted this file right here, you can see. Now let me just show you the look and feel of a login page first. I will just open it with Google so we can see the difference. Okay, right here you can see we have our login page. Okay, so we are going to implement this, and here we also have a register page right here and a forget password page. So let's just start, and first of all what I'm going to do, basically I'm going to create 3 routes. I will move to web.php basically for my route. Basically these routes are going to represent our new login pages. Okay guys, right here route, let's say get, and name of the route would be new login, that's it, and function would be a closure function, that's it, and let's call our view, basically return a view, and view name would be, let's say, new login. Basically we didn't create any sort of view up till now, we are going to create it. Let me just copy it for the register and forget password pages, and I will just paste it right here and right. Okay, now let's just change it to register and register. Okay, now here it would be, view would be register. Okay, so the next step is basically for the forget password, new forget. Okay, and here would be new forget. Okay, basically we are going to use this route to test our page and to check if there is any mistake or any sort of work that we didn't do. So we are going to check on these routes. Okay, so it's time to create our views, and I will move to resources, views. Let's create 3 views. First would be, let's say that we just created new login.plate.php, and I'm going to create another one right here, new file, Control S, new register.plate.php, and another one would be forget, new forget, and this would be new forget.plate.php. Okay, so we have our view in place right now. So the next step is, let's open our Bootstrap SP admin, and from here I'm just going to open this login page with my sublime and right here. Okay, and I'm going to copy all the code, Control A, and let's just paste it in the new login blade right here. Okay, now let's try our new login page, and I'm going to hit this route, new login. Okay, let's just run our project. I have already accessed my project directory and folder, php artisan serve. Okay, so let's refresh and let's hit a route /new -login. Okay, so you can see we have a page right here, and but there is no CSS or JavaScript working. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to copy the required files. Let me just show you first right here. Basically in this case we require a file from vendor folder and from a CSS folder to implement some CSS styling basically. So to save some time, I'm just going to copy the complete vendor and complete CSS folder from right here. Okay, I will just copy this one, CSS and vendor, copy it and paste it right here in the htdocs auth1. Basically we are working on the auth1 project, and I'm going to paste it inside right here. Let's create a new folder. Basically we are going to create a new folder inside public directory. Okay, new folder, and name would be custom auth. That's it. And now we are going to paste our code, basically folders right here. So let's move right here and let's just do the changes. Basically in this video we are going to see that how can we call, or basically how can we call our style sheets or JavaScript files in Laravel. Let me just show you with a pure method right here, curly braces, and method name is asset. Right here I will define, basically I'm going to define it in brief. Just let me complete this step first. Custom auth slash, and now I'm just going to copy this right here. Okay, just cut it and paste it right here. That's it. Okay, so same thing I'm going to do right here for this CSS. Asset is the method name and custom auth is the folder, and right there we have a CSS folder, and right here let's cut it, paste it right here. That's it. So basically guys, this asset method is going to basically with the help of this asset method we are going to access this public directory. Basically whenever we are going to define asset method, we are going to basically we are going to drop in right here in the public folder, and then I defined that I want to access the custom auth folder. Right here you can see, and inside this custom folder we have CSS, and this CSS folder contains this file. Same goes for this. Basically with the help of asset folder we are going to be right here in the public directory, and inside that I have defined custom auth and well, basically you can use the CSS from vendor folder, etc, etc. Okay, so this was it, and let's just refresh. We don't need any JavaScript in this file, so I'm not going to change it. Let's just refresh and see a login page. Okay, so you can see our page is working just perfectly fine. Now I'm going to remove this links because we are not going to use these. I will just move right here, login, and this. Okay, perfect. Let's try it out. Refresh, and you can see. Okay, so the next step is let's implement a register page, and we are going to follow the same procedure. If you want to forward the video, you can. I'm just going to open the register page from right here. The help of Sublime, open with Sublime right here. Okay, and I will just copy all the code right here, copy, and let's move to new register page and paste it right here. That's it. And to save some time, basically these files, both the register and login pages uses the same CSS and Java CSS files basically. So I'm just going to copy it from right here. If you want, we can make it dynamic as well, but to save some time, basically I'm not going to do that. Okay, that's it. Let's check out our register page and see if it is working or not. Okay, so you can see we have a register page implemented. I'm going to remove this links. Let's move down right here, register with Facebook, etc, etc, right here up till HR, and that's it. Okay, let's save it and check it out. And also basically let me just show you with the help of, basically we also don't need this checkbox last name, because in Laravel we don't have any field with the last name, so one field would be enough. I will just show you in the real scenario as well. Let me just correct it first. 12, that's it. Okay guys, let's refresh, and now you can see we have our register page ready as well. I will just move to, let's say, register. Basically this is the Laravel route for register page. Right here you can see we have only one field for the name field. Okay, so the next step is to implement our forget password page, and I'm going to follow the same procedure. Just open it with Sublime and I'm going to copy the code, basically the HTML and CSS from right here. Okay, and let's just paste it right here in forget password. That's it. And to save some time, I'm going to copy the CSS from right here again. Okay, because all these files are using same CSS, you can see right here. Okay, that's it. So now we have our pages in place. Let's just check the last one, new minus forget. Let's try it out. Okay, so we have our forget password page in as well. Okay, so now is the time that we are going to implement our login page first, and for that I'm going to hit our new login page route. Okay, so the next step is to copy the names of the fields from the auth folder. Let me just show you. I will first open the new login blade that we just implemented, and now it's time to move to resources, views, auth, login. Basically, we want both the fields side by side right here, basically both the files. Okay, so all I'm going to do, I'm going to just copy the form from right here with the CSRF field, and we are going to use the same route that auth uses. Basically, we are just implementing a custom login page. We are not changing any sort of functionalities right here. Okay, so I will just change it, and I will implement this class user manually. Okay, let's apply the class so we don't break anything. That's it. Now the next step is basically the most important step is whenever you are going to copy anything from this file or you are using a custom login page, you must name your field exactly like right here. You can see, because at the back end auth is going to validate these field with this specific name right here. So this is the most important thing, and all about right here basically with the errors and with the old email, we will discuss it later in this video. Just copy this from right here with all the fields, and I'm going to paste it right here, except we are going to have the placeholder in place. And for this I am also going to apply the class that we have basically with this SP admin, and that is form control user. That's it. Okay, so the next step is just copy the error from right here, copy and paste it right here just below the input field. That's it. Let's align it. That's it. So the next step is to basically copy the password related data. Basically the key point here is this name field. Okay, because auth is going to validate this input field with this name. Okay, that's it. Just copy it. Basically we just left the ID right here, copy and paste it right here, and we are going to leave the placeholder and just paste it. That's it. And let's just copy the error. That's it, and print it, basically type it just below the input field of password, so we can have our error just below the password input field. Okay, so the next step is let's just copy the remember field, because it is going to validate the remember me field as well with the same name. I'm just going to copy this and I'm just going to paste it right here, and I'm going to assign this class custom control input as well, so we don't break anything. Let's just assign it custom control minus user. That's it. Okay, so everything looks fine, and the last thing is we are going to copy the button, and right here you can see basically this is just going to print the text login. Okay, copy and paste it right here in place of this. That's it. Let's assign the class btn minus user, btn minus block. That's it. Let's check our form, refresh, and okay, so here you can see we forgot to assign the class. I will just move to password field. Okay, right here class and form minus control user. That's it. Let's just refresh. Okay, it is working just fine. Now it's time to test a login page. I'm just going to use a fake email, let's say, or fake password, let's say 123 etc etc. Let's try to log in. Okay, so I think it is working perfectly fine because it is taking time. Okay, so here you can see these credentials do not match our record. Okay, so guys, our login page basically is working perfectly fine. Here you can see a bit of issue, but that is not an issue. Basically you can change it on your own, assigning the correct class basically to the remember field, and that's it. Okay guys, so the next step is basically, let me just show you let's try the login. Let's just check it out. And you can see we are logged in. This means that our login page is successfully implemented. Now it's time to implement a register page. So I'm going to move to, let's say, new minus register. That's it. And I will just open my register blade right here. Okay, so that this doesn't confuse you. Okay, and we want this register blade and new register blade, basically the one we want to replace with. Okay, so it's time. Basically the procedure is same for both of these. All you have to do, you have to assign the names correctly and the important fields that are going to show the error. I will describe it in the great detail. Let's just complete the form first. Okay, right here you can see route is going to be the register in this case, and now we want to copy the basically name fields from right here. Copy, and I'm going to leave the placeholder, and let's just change each and everything right here. Basically paste it. That's it. Now let's copy the error and paste it just below the input field. We are going to align the form later, and we want an extra field for form minus control user. That's it. Okay, next step is for email. I'm just going to copy the email from right here. That's it, and let's just paste it right here. That's it. Let's copy the error basically right here, copy and paste. You can see all we are doing is copy paste. That's it. And if we want to change any specific field, or we want to add any specific field, we can also do that, and we are going to see that in the next video. Okay, so let's just focus on this first. Copy password, and right here for the password I'm going to leave the placeholder once again, and right here. Okay, that's it. And we forgot to assign the class form control user, and up right here as well, form control user. Okay, that's it. Now the next step is basically for the confirm password. First let's copy the error, paste it right here just below the password field. That's it. And let's replace the confirm password field with our auth fields right here. The most important thing once again is the name right here. Okay, you are going to assign the same name because the validation is going to be based on that specific name that auth represents any fields with. Okay, so it is up and running, I think. And now the last thing we want to copy is right here, register link, basically a button you can say. Okay, let's just replace a register button, and let's assign the proper class btn minus user btn minus block. That's it. Let's try it out. Okay, let's refresh, and you can see we forgot the classes. Let's assign those classes right here. Okay, the first one is import form control user. I think we have the right classes right here, but that really doesn't matter. Form control user, I think the name is same, form minus control minus user. That's it. Oh, we forgot the class right here. Class user. That's it. Let's refresh. And you can see everything is working just fine. Right here we have a mistake, the repeat password. Basically I just don't want to break anything from the original content. That's why I'm doing all this. Form control password, and we forgot the class right here. Okay, form control. That's it. Basically let's just refresh and let's try it out. And I'm going to do, let's say, okay, and let's say this, and I'm going to input a wrong password so that we can see some sort of error right here. Okay, so we can see that basically our form is working perfectly fine, and we have changed the Laravel auth register and login pages with our custom pages. So the next step is to change our forget password pages. So let's try to log in first. Basically create a user, testing at gmail.com, and password would be, let's say, anything, and that's it. Let's try to register and see if it is working perfectly fine. Yes, it is. Now I'm going to log out, and now I'm going to move to new login, and let's see if our forget password page is working. No, it is not, because we don't have any link. Let's change it first. I will open the login page from right here, and I'm going to copy the link for the forget password pages. Right here you can see this is the link right here. Copy, and I'm going to paste it in the new login page. Forget password right here. That's it. And we are missing. That's it. Let's refresh and let's try it out. So you can see we have a Laravel auth forget password page. We are going to replace it in the same manner. What I'm going to do, I'm going to open the forget password page, and let's open it with Sublime. That's it. And let's open our page. Basically not this one, sorry guys. Basically we need the new forget password page from right here, and from right here we need password email page. Let's just confirm it that we are in the correct file or not. Yes, we are. Okay, that's it. We can make changes, and I'm just going to copy the form right here, copy and paste it right here. This is basically simple stuff. And form right here, let's just change it. Basically you can see I have already implemented it right here, so the procedure is basically the same. All you have to do is copy and paste the form with the route that auth uses, and you have to change the input fields in the same order right here. Okay, and just copy and paste the errors if there are any. I will just show you. Let's just try it out. Let's try our link. Basically in this case we are going to use new minus forget. Okay, right here. Okay, let's try it out if it is working or not. I'm just going to pass a fake email that we are not using right here, and let's say send password reset link, and I think it is working perfectly fine. All you have to do is to make the changes, and the file you are going to use for this is this blade right here, email blade. Copy the form, copy the field name, etc., and error values, etc. That's it. Okay, why is it taking so much time? Let's refresh. Okay, so you can see we can't find a user with that email address. Okay, so we have our error in place. I will just see the issue. Okay guys, so you can see it is working perfectly fine right here. Okay, so I just told you how to make changes. You have seen me doing with the register and login pages. Similarly, you have to do it for the forget password pages. Now guys, is the time to replace these pages. Basically, let me show you with an example so it makes sense. Basically, we are now going to change these links, basically these pages, with our custom pages. Now, how are we going to do that? I will just close everything from right here. That's it. Now let's move to app. Inside app we have HTTP controller page right here, controller, auth, and I will move to login controller. That's it. And here basically this login controller uses authenticate user class. So what I'm going to do, I am going to open it, authenticate users, basically right here. Okay, you can find it in the similar way, and you can see here we have a method that is going to return our auth login page. So I'm just going to comment it out and return my custom view from right here. Let's say new login. That's it. Okay, let's just refresh, and you can see we have our custom login page implemented. So first of all, keep in mind you are never going to remove this from right here or this auth folder. Basically, let me just show you in views right here. Just don't remove it, just keep it with yourself, because in some cases there are some issues. Let's suppose you are moving your application to the live side and you are going to see some uncertain issues. So in that case you may need these files, and you can refer them back as by just uncommenting them and commenting your custom ones right here. So just keep in mind and don't delete or remove these files. Okay, just keep it. These are not going to do anything for you, basically bad for you. Okay, so we have a custom login page. Whenever I'm going to click on this login page, we are going to see our custom login page. Now it's time to replace our register page right here, and for that I'm going to let's open our HTTP controllers, auth, and this time I'm going to move to RegisterController, and this RegisterController uses the class register user. So I'm going to find it, register and users right here, and we are going to replace our custom form with this one. Basically this is just returning a view. I'm just going to say return view, and let's say view name new register. That's it. Okay guys, that's it. Let's refresh and check it out. Okay, so you can see now we have our custom register page implemented successfully, and it's time to replace our forget password page from right here. Let me just show you forget password page. Okay, and for that I'm going to forget password controller, and here we can see send password reset email. I'm going to find it, send password reset email, and you can see we have a function that is returning the password reset email. I'm just going to comment it out, return view, and let's say new forget. That's it. Let's refresh, and you can see we have our new custom page right here, and everything is working fine. Let's just try it out, and let me just explain something to you that I said I'm going to explain it to you later in this video. Let's just first log in, and if you want to change the redirection after the login, you can also do that right here. Let me just show you. In the login controller you have a protected basically property redirect to. What you can do, just comment this property and define your custom one. Let's say redirect to, and here you are going to define your view, whatever it is. Okay, that's it. You can change it your redirection, and basically this is going to be only for the login. Basically a user comes and he tries to log in, he is going to redirect right here. Okay, and similarly if you want to change the redirection after the user is registered, basically you are going to change it right here. Okay, so these are some simple functions that you can do, and you can see basic functionality are working perfectly fine. Okay, let's refresh, log out, and now let's discuss about the form that I told you about. And I'm also going to discuss about the forget password email. Basically, I just want to inform you. And first of all, when you see your custom pages etc are working, you are going to remove these pages, because in this case you are going to have two login pages on two different routes. You can see right here login, and now let me try new minus login, and you can see we have the same page. So first of all, I'm just going to remove this right here. That's it. Let's refresh, and now we can see no, not found. Basically the URL does not exist. Okay, so this was the key point right here, because we have successfully implemented our custom pages. Now let's move to new login pages, and I'm going to in detail I'm going to describe this one, and you are going to understand the rest of the piece of code for each input field. Basically right here you can see we have if error has email. Basically if there is any error related to email, what you are going to do, you are going to assign is invalid class. Basically this is invalid class is going to put across right here. Okay, basically this theme does not support is invalid. That's why you are not going to see anything. Let me just show you. But if you are using any other theme, you are going to see a cross right here, and that is because the is invalid class of Bootstrap. Okay, oh, we can see it right here as well. Okay, sorry guys. Okay, so this is this cross right here is because of this is invalid class. Okay, so the second part is old email in the value. What this is going to do, basically, let me just show you once again with the example all about Laravel. Basically my email, and I'm going to put wrong credentials, basically wrong password. So when Laravel is going to try to validate this user, and if the validation fails, we are going to get the email field filled because of this old value. Basically this is just a condition. If old email contains any sort of email, just print it. That's it. Let's just login, try to login, and you can see right here we have our email. Let me just try to put something else, all at gmail.com, basically a fake email, and let's just try any password. You are going to see we are going to have the exact same thing that we tried to enter. So, and this is happening for rest of the inputs as well. So this was it from this video, and also I just want to tell you, basically whenever you are going to try it to forgot password, basically to use a forgot password, what this is going to do, it is going to send you an email, and in this case we didn't implement any sort of email or mail trap. Basically we can't receive any email from the local host. Okay, so this is going to send a link, and whenever you are going to open that link, that specific link is going to open an auth page. You can also change that page with your custom one. But what you have to do, basically, let me just show you the view inside password email. Right here you can see reset blade. You can change the view of that link as well, whatever you want. But the necessary key point basically here is you are going to keep this input hidden token field as well with your form, because whenever Laravel is going to send you an email, it is going to send you a token as well, and that specific token is going to match with this specific token. If it doesn't match, it is not going to be validated. So this is the key point right here. If you are changing the reset email link, what you have to do, you have to paste this input field right here as well in your custom form. So that's it from this video. Now we have successfully implemented a custom login and register pages. So I hope you guys liked the video. If you liked it, please like, subscribe and share. Thank you. Take care.